Hello, everyone. My guest today is Cronan McNamara. His passion is in applying data and predictive models to solve problems to help people to make better decisions. His vision is a world where everyone makes better decisions based on real data and expert models. Today, he's building Creme Global. We're going to jump into it today. Cronan, you ready to take us to the top?
Sure thing, Nathan.
All right. So what does Creme Global do? And if you want to follow along at home, it's CREME global.com.
Sure. Well, Creme Global is a data science technology company that I founded over 10 years ago. It was a spin out from Trinity College in Dublin. And what we do as a company is we create and deploy data science models and data structures. We have a platform for deploying those on the web in a user-friendly way. And we deliver those to big companies and government agencies all over the world from here in Ireland.
Okay. And is this specific to any industry like life sciences or no?
Yeah. Well, our core area has been in food, nutrition, chemical, personal care, and cosmetics. So all around the life sciences space. So we do a lot of scientific modeling for those industry groups, looking at the chemicals and nutrients in products and how that can have an impact, either beneficial or potential safety issues for consumers. Mm-hmm. I suppose the unique thing about Creme is that we deliver all of that through a data science technology platform, as well as with kind of expert services to back that up.
So Cronan, 7 of the 10 top cosmetics companies, and this is going to be horrible because we're way more sophisticated than what I'm about to say, but just because my audience will know it, let's say the Kardashian clan use you on all their makeup products. What kind of data will you be giving Kylie Jenner about her lip gloss?
Sure. Well, the basics can be all about the potential safety of those products and making sure that consumers will not be exposed to any ingredients that could cause, harmful effects, even rashes or potential more long-term effects. And then secondly, it can be all about the benefits of those products. So, and when those products are used in combination with all of the other products that people use on a daily basis, we have a lot of data on all of that and the benefits of the aggregate.
How'd you get that data? Exposure. What are your inputs?
Yeah, good question. So we've collaborated with industry over the last 10 years or so to put together these data sets, and they come from various sources. Some of the data is open data that we can curate from the web. Other data sets come from market research companies, and those data sets were gathered more for marketing purposes, and we've repurposed them for scientific modeling around these product formulations. And then thirdly, we've actually created data portals that industry have been uploading data to for the last number of years.
How do you incentivize that?
The industry has got together through a trade organization and they want this data to be available industry-wide, but this is very proprietary data. So we've created secure data portals where everyone can upload data in a structured way. We anonymize that data and make it available in a scientific model for the industry groups to then use to make better decisions around their products.
Okay. And help me get a sense here. I mean, you're working with, it sounds like big companies. On average, what's a company going to pay you per year, per month for access to your tools?
Yeah, we generally work on an annual fee, and it's delivered as a web service, but it's more an enterprise business model in a sense. In the way we do business, it's a business to business kind of enterprise sale. And the license fees for our products can be anything from $20,000 to $100,000 per annum for an organization, just depending on which data sets they need, which models, and how many people, et cetera, need to access those models.
So what would you, is it fair to say the average though is closer to the lower end of that, call it $20,000-$30,000 a year?
I guess the average is around the 40 mark. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So not so much there. That's good. So you're right in the middle. And why would someone pay you $100,000 a year versus $20,000 a year? Is it based off like number of SKUs or just number of data sets or number of seats? What axes do you use?
Yeah, it's not necessarily the number of seats, because there may be only a small number of specialists within these organizations that need access to this type of information. And also then whatever data sets. So we could have US data, European data, South American data, and different databases built that we curate and we've installed in those systems for them. So it just depends on the combination of models and data sets that they require.
Okay. And put this on a timeline for us. When did you launch the company?
Okay. 2005 we launched. So we've been around a while.
That's a long time. Okay. And have you, from a capitalization perspective, did you bootstrap or raise?
Bootstrap.
Okay. Still bootstrapped.
Yeah, we've been organically funded through just customers and building up the products and services over the years.
Customers are the best investors. How many customers do you have today?
It's not like in the thousands. It would be more in the under 100 customers. So
gosh,
it's kind of,
I was about to say, if your model in the thousands, you'd be a massive multi-billion-dollar company. You only need 2 or 3 customers to make this thing worth it. So you said, how many do you have?
That's where we're trying to get to. So we have in the order of 60 to 100 customers, at the moment.
Yeah, and that's all you need. And then kind of break down what your team looks like right now to service those 60 customers. How many people on the team?
Yeah, great question. So we're a team of about 35 people, all based here in Dublin, Ireland. Although 90% of our business is outside of Ireland. But we can support that through online support and then travel to meetings and conferences. So it's quite a unique team in that we have the software engineering team, which are responsible for the engineering around all of our platform and data science cloud services. We have a data science team specifically who build out these models and design the models and data sets that are required. And then we have a specialized food, nutrition, and chemical and toxicity team, who are scientists with PhDs and masters in those fields who really understand the domain very well. So those 3 groups collaborating together is quite a unique proposition. And I think that's what our clients really value.
So 35 people based in Dublin right now. Churn's critical in a SaaS company. What's your churn look like today?
That's a good question as well, but we're not purely SaaS. So about a third of our business is SaaS and the rest is services. And those services break down as 2 different things, actually. One, we have those models we can license, which is the SaaS part of the business. Secondly, clients might say to us, you know what, we're not going to license that, but can you run some number crunching projects for us and give us a report? So that's the services part of the business. And the third part is quite interesting now, and that is that the clients are asking us, can you build us a new model that looks at a slightly different angle or requirement around our own business operations, our own product development? So the third part of our services, or the third part, which is a services business, is actually putting together new models and data sets for clients and then deploying them on the cloud and licensing them to clients.
So same question though on churn, right? So you can still have services churn.
We tend to have fairly low churn. We have long-term kind of relationships with our clients.
How low? I mean, are we talking 4% a month, 1% a month?
It's hard to measure like it does. Annually, it's in the low single-digit percentages, and we could have 3-year license agreements with clients. So it doesn't go month by month in like a normal SaaS business. We would tend to sign up clients for annual licenses.
Oh yeah, by the way, there are plenty of SaaS companies that do annual licenses.
Yes,
they measure churn.
Yeah.
Now, are they paying for 3 years all up front?
Not necessarily. No.
Yeah, so it's a 3-year contract. They pay it each 12 months.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have meaningful pricing? Do you have meaningful pricing levers where you can drive real expansion revenue? And if so, what do you expect a year 1 customer to expand to in year 2?
We don't really have the metrics to back that up because we're not dealing with the hundreds of customers. So they're quite unique in their requirements. Some will stay more or less the same for year on year. Others might double year on year, and then some might cut back again. So
of your team of 35, is there anyone dedicated to kind of customer success and upselling?
Exactly. Yeah, we've set up our business team to be on account management focus. So we do a lot of outreach for new business, but of course, I guess the vast majority of our business comes from retaining those clients and customers that are already there. So,
sorry, Cronan, the question is, so how many of your 35 are based on account management or customer success?
Yeah. Okay. We have a team of about 7 or 8 in it purely on customer success.
Okay. And are they quota carrying based on expansion revenue?
A smaller number would be quota carrying. About 3 people in our team at the moment are purely based on commission type business.
My question though is, are you incentivizing upsells to your some portion of your sales team where they're getting commissions on upsells, not commissions on new sales, but commissions on upsells?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
Exactly.
Okay, great. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes.
All right. And then I assume because you're...
renewals are vitally important. Plus upsells and cross sells are obviously even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get rewarded on both.
Considering that sales team, and then considering any other marketing you're doing, I mean, what is your fully weighted CAC to get a new $20,000 a year customer? Would you say?
Good question. And
do you measure that?
Not really in a pure SaaS metrics kind of way. So we don't really have that.
Well, ignore SaaS for a second. Whether you're selling an e-commerce brand on Amazon or everyone has a customer acquisition cost number, even a services business. So how do you think about your customer acquisition cost?
Yeah, well, we think about it in terms of the total wage bill for the business development team, our marketing and travel budget. All of that comes together, and I guess out of that, all of the sales get generated, including all of the retaining of existing customers and new clients.
So are you willing to spend 20 grand fully weighted to get a new $20,000 a year customer? You're happy with the 12-month payback?
I think we would get our cost of acquisition would be lower actually if we add all of that together. Look at the total sales that team is doing year on year. I think they get paid back a lot quicker than that.
So do you think maybe a 6-month payback period is actually more? Okay. So just to be clear, because I want to make sure I'm understanding you, not putting words in your mouth. If you're going to sign up an account that's worth $100 grand a year, what you're saying is you're totally comfortable spending $50,000 to sign that account up and having a 6-month payback period.
When you put it like that, it's actually not quite. We wouldn't quite spend that much on acquiring those customers. So let me think about it a little bit more carefully. So I would say we would spend for the same €100,000 client acquisition. I'd say we spend more like a €20,000 expense.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you're getting paid back in like 3 to 4 months. Yeah. That's good. That's good. And then look, we can. And I assume, by the way, since you're bootstrapped, you're profitable, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then
we're investing quite heavily in this platform to try and make it even more extensible and modular. So ultimately, we want to be able to create and deploy models and data sets even quicker and easier for our partners and clients. And eventually, with this platform, which we're calling Expert Models, we want to be able to open that up to third-party data owners, third-party developers, so we can actually start to create a little ecosystem of modelers, data sets, all on a platform. So ultimately, that will be more of a kind of a SaaS business that we're trying to grow into.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
What are you growing at right now, year over year?
We are growing at around 20 to 30% year on year at the moment.
Okay, that's healthy. And then, I mean, you said earlier, you kind of said 60 to 100 customers. Let's just assume the conservative 60. I mean, if I take 60 times that average ACV, you said of about 40 grand, that would put you guys at about 200 grand a month right now, or about 2.4 million bucks in annual revenues. Is that about right?
It's a little lower, yeah, but yeah, we're a bit above that actually, yeah.
But did you break, well, lower and above are two different things.
Sorry, your number is a little lower than our actual number, so we are a little above.
Got it. Have you broken 3 yet?
Yeah. In total revenue, we're just about there. Yeah.
How aggressive are you being in 2019 in terms of what's your revenue goal for this year?
We're trying to grow that by another 30%.
Oh, wow. Okay. So get up to like 4.5, something like that.
Yeah.
That's great. Congratulations on that growth. Very good. All right, let's wrap up with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, great. Built to Last.
That's a good one. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
I like to follow Elon Musk.
Yeah. Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building the company?
Online tool, Expert Models.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
At least 8.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kiddos?
Married with one son, and he's 11. And he's great.
Oh, great. And how old are you?
I'm just in my early 40s.
Okay, early 40s. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think being a founder and a CEO of a company is a real learning curve. I'm a techie and a scientist by training. And I think it's more just to kind of don't put up with nonsense from people and try to cut that out a little bit quicker out of your life, because you never do it quick enough, really.
Guys, if someone's bringing bad energy in your life, get rid of it. Coming from Cronan, again, launched Creme Global back in 2005. Today, 60 customers paying, call it, 40, 50 grand per year. They've broken $3 million in terms of run rate, growing 30% year over year. They're bootstrapped, which I love, and profitable with a team of 35 in Dublin. Low single digit revenue churn per year, spending $20,000 to get into a $100,000 per year account. So 3 or 4 month payback period. Again, helping cosmetics, brands, food companies, things like this understand based off data if their products are harmful or helpful to consumers. All right, Cronan, thank you for taking us to the top.
Pleasure, Nathan.